We're gonna go into how you can improve the speed of the bar for the snatch, and we're gonna start right now. Okay, so what does it mean to move the bar fast? What does that even entail? And I think that there's a couple key concepts where we've got to look at, we're gonna have that bar really, really tight off the floor. So if that bar is really tight off the floor and it goes into no man's land, which is right below the knee, okay? As it gets to that point, it has to be in a really, really good position. So you'll see a lot of lifters that might pull very, very, very slowly, okay, to the knee. And then as it gets past the knee, their knees will come under and they'll have this really, really explosive finish, which helps them move the bar very quickly. So it might accelerate slowly to the knee as it gets into the reciprocation point right here, and they get their hips into the bar and then they extend their knees. The bar moves lightning fast. I think that if you think about watching Toma snatch or watching Naeem Suleimanoglu even clean 190 plus kilos, the speed under the bar. Another example is Ilya Ilin snatching 205 kilos off of 2 boxes, like right from the hip. How quickly he is finishing and then getting back into that catch position. Look at videos of Yuri Vardanian or Blagoyev when he snatched 195 kilos. That bar is from that hip and then they're into the catch position and there's almost no frames in the video, right? So I think that as we establish this, that's what moving the bar quickly means. It means getting it to a very good position at the knee, and then as it gets past the knee, all of the acceleration, all the crazy speed is from the hip into the catch. And then that's the movement that makes for that fast bar speed. And so now we're gonna go into what we need to pay attention to from a technical perspective, and then what lifts we can utilize, because having control of speed is the most important aspect behind weightlifting. And to have control of your speed, you have to have good technique. So those are key concepts that now we're gonna dive into as we try to help you improve your bar speed for the snatch. Okay, so we're here with US national champion, 2-time senior Pan Am team member, silver medalist from this past year, and she's about to head to the next Pan Am, Haley Reichert, and she's also a junior American record holder in the clean and jerk, and I believe in the total as well. And she's gonna be who we use to demonstrate speed, okay? So the first key concept behind understanding applying greater speed to the bar is that we have to just do a brief overview of technique of the snatch. If we don't understand the technique of the snatch, none of this stuff can be applied. So Haley's gonna demonstrate some of those key factors. And what we wanna see is, as the bar comes off the floor, we wanna see those knees clear back, okay? The knees clear back. Now we get this nice lengthening. We get a stretch shortening cycle here with our hammies. Okay, so our hamstrings are a lot of fast twitch muscle fibers. Okay, so that's gonna contribute to that speed. So we wanna see that bar come over the knees, and then as it comes over the knees will come under, and now we'll start to engage our hips more. So we're gonna start to extend our hips, and here's a key concept. A lot of people believe the hips are the last means of acceleration. That's a misnomer. The hips come under and then we're gonna extend. Okay, so it's hips, knees, so we'll extend on the finish, and then we wanna get that good upper body finish. So the key concepts here is that we need to be in a good position. So Haley's gonna demonstrate 2 reps here with a perfectly executed full snatch, and we're gonna focus on keeping that bar nice and tight, knees clear back, good contact, good upper body, and keeping the bar nice and tight. So as the knees come back, that's gonna keep the bar tight off the floor. And then as the knees come under, that'll keep it tight into the hip. Good, okay. So the first key here, and this is where we're gonna use Haley, is that the first step to improving your bar speed is making sure it's in perfect position just below the knee, or right at that kneecap, okay? So to do that, if you watch someone like Luis Mascaro, you watch Yuri Vardanian videos, or you watch Kakiashvili, clean and jerk 235 when he was an 89.5 kilo lifter, that's speed, okay? And if you watch Kaki, you watch Yuri, these guys would come back with the knees, okay? And the knees would be vertical just above the heels. So the bar looks like it's going very, very, very slowly, okay? But it's in perfect position. If it's in perfect position, then when we go to accelerate it, it's gonna be easy, okay? It's gonna be in that slot to just hammer it. So Haley's gonna do 3 liftoffs. All I want you to do, Haley, is just show like the knees coming back, pausing below the knee, taking it back slowly, and just feeling that out. Because that's the first key concept here, is that we've got to understand what we're doing from the floor to the knee. Knees go back and then pause right there, good. So the knees will start forward, then they clear back. Good, one more. Good, right there, good. And so you can see there is that some of the keys is that when you're pausing, some people might start to shake in their hamstrings a little. They need to wake them up, they need to feel that, and we have to think. The hamstrings will play a key component to accelerating that bar speed. Okay, so that bar is nice and tight off of the floor. We're in good position, and we have to think about the lift as the sound of when you're zippering up a jacket, right? It's gonna go slow. It's gonna go zzz. That's what we want the movement to sound like if it had a sound, okay? Other than, you know, people banging the bar off their hip and jumping all over the place because they want to think that they're moving fast. So Haley is going to show us that when we get the bar to the knee, we're going to come over the knee, and we want to keep that tight. If it's tight, we can be in a good position. Think about the video of Ilya snatching 205 off of 2 boxes. The bar is right here, and it's lightning fast because that was a position that he was very, very good from. Okay, so if we can get the bar around the knees in a tight position and then into the hips with our hips extended or just about fully extended, now we can go hips, knees, upper body, okay? Hips, knees, upper body, but it's all gonna happen very, very quickly. So we're gonna show you a little bit of a warm-up that we'll use, and Haley's gonna demonstrate this. We're gonna go pause below the knee, pause above the knee, into a full snatch. Good, give me one more. And if the bar's tight into the hip and she's got an active upper body, so it'll be pause above the knee, good. Now into the hip, good. Okay, so now we pause below the knee, we pause above the knee. We have the positions that we need to be in to try to really accelerate that bar. And we've got to think about now, there's going to be some keys. We learned the technique, we learned the positions that we need to pause in to keep it tight so that we can apply a lot of force in a very, very short period of time. Now we're going to give you 3 different movements that you can utilize to actually ingrain this and over time improve the overall bar speed that you need to hit those big PRs in the snatch. Okay, so the first movement that we're going to utilize is going to be a movement that we call the chun snatch. This is stolen directly from Quo, watching her warm up and what she does. And so this is going to be a muscle snatch, essentially where you hold plantar flexion with a big upper body. Now the key here, the reason why this is going to help you improve the speed of the snatch, okay, is that this is going to teach you in a slow pattern what your knees need to do, but it's also going to train your upper body, okay? So if we can think about the upper body, essentially it's going to make contact and we're going to shrug and rotate. And as we try to apply that to a full snatch, we want to think about shrug, rotate, under, okay? So as we shrug, rotate, you might think about punching up or pulling under. These are all great cues, but if we use the right movement to trigger that feeling, then those cues can be used in a stronger modality because now you actually have the feeling of what those cues feel like. Okay, so Haley's gonna demonstrate with a chun snatch. She hasn't done one yet. This is a really, really complicated movement. I'm trying to put a lot of pressure on her. Knees are gonna come back, knees will come under, and then she'll hold that flexion, big upper body. Good. Try and hold that. Try and hold that for like a 2 count, if possible, Haley. Good, and you notice how she held that. She's keeping the bar extremely tight, extremely close to herself, okay? And she's doing an active upper body finish. That's the key concept, and if we can do that at a slower speed, it makes it a little bit easier for her to execute it later on. So if the bar's forward, she would have walked forward. If the bar was behind her, she'd walk backwards. But if she can hold that position at the top, it's really, really tight, and that's gonna lead into the next exercise that we're gonna utilize to help you improve your bar speed for the snatch. Okay, so we worked on that tight position off the floor into that big upper body finish, right? With the chun snatch, okay? So that's that first step. Now the next step, we're gonna go from the top down. We're gonna go from a high hang, no feet power, okay? So bear with me here. We're gonna lower eccentrically, and when we lower, we want the knees to come forward, okay? I don't want all like a stiff-legged high hang. Okay, I want the knees to come forward, and what this does is it teaches your body how to feel the hamstrings lengthening, okay, and having that hip flexion and having dorsiflexion in our ankles and knee flexion, okay? So we're here, so we're gonna come here, and then the hips come under, and we'll finish, and we're gonna be in a no feet position. So we're gonna actually pull with our feet in the catch position. So Haley's gonna demonstrate a high hang, no feet power snatch. So we're gonna try and feel that big rapid upper body that we triggered with the chun snatch. And then she's gonna do a high hang, no feet full to try and feel that big drop and rapid drop into the hole. So these are two movements that we use as a complex after we're gonna use that chun snatch. That was good, do another one, good. Good. Two into the hole. Good, that was good. So one of the things that I want to touch on is that if you do something like a no feet movement, it gives you a little bit more connection to the bar, okay? You're gonna be grounded longer, and that's a key concept as well to applying a lot of force. The longer I'm grounded, the longer I can apply force, and then the sooner I'm grounded into the catch position, the sooner I can get under the bar and apply force back vertically. So one of those key cues that you can also use is thinking about, I'm gonna steal this directly from Brian Seacrest, is thinking about the snatch as a flat-footed jump. Okay, so when you're doing a no feet snatch or a no feet high hang snatch, you're almost finishing that in a slightly flat-footed position, and then you're gonna slightly plantar flex and then dorsiflex rapidly back into that catch. So the high hang power, the high hang full from the no feet position is really, really, really good at creating better tension and better connection with the bar, which in turn leads to greater speed. Okay, so before we give you that last exercise that you can utilize to improve your speed under the bar, if you need help with your snatch sucks, click on the link down below, head over to garagestrength.com, and you can pick up our snatch improvement program to help you get faster under that bar in the snatch. Now, Haley's gonna demonstrate that final key lift, the movement that ties everything together. It's gonna tie the chun snatch, it's gonna tie that together with that high hang power, that high hang full. Okay, this is going to be a slow snatch. Okay, so what I wanna see is Haley go, instead of normally pulling here, I wanna have like a 1, 2, and then just as you get past 2, then you can accelerate everything. As the bar passes the knee, then you're back into that normal speed of your actual movement. So the slow position is really gonna be from the floor to just past the knee. So that's gonna help her feel that tightness of the bar positioning, and that's gonna in turn, when you're in better positions, now you can accelerate the bar faster. Good, there, good. And you can see how slow Haley is pulling that off the floor. It's gonna drastically increase her overall strength off the floor. Positions are way better. Good, really tight around the knee, that's great. Give me one more. Good. So some of the key concepts there with the slow snatch is that it actually makes your upper body feel even more active right off that floor position as well, because you need that upper body to help keep that bar tighter to the shins and to the knee. So utilize the chun snatch first in your progressions, then head into that high hang, no feet power, high hang, no feet full, and then finally finish off with that nice full slow snatch to help you execute all these positions as effectively as possible so that you can improve your speed on the bar. And if you need help with programming, click on the link down below, head over to garagestrength.com. You can pick up our snatch improvement program. If you want more content around improving weightlifting, click on this card right here. Until next time, guys, peace.